Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. We're back. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. And if you're new, thanks for checking out the video. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope y'all had a really good week. And we're back with another Friday Live random questions. So before I do have a few questions. They're mainly on two people, so I'm going to go through those in a second. But I did want to let you guys know, because I think it was Scout that requested, maybe it was last week or maybe the week before, I can't remember now, requested that I do a video on maybe crystals and essential oils and stuff. So I'm happy to announce that next Friday's live, I'm going to be doing, I'm inviting a guest to be on the live stream with me. Her name is Pam, and she owns a little metaphysical shop local here where I live. And I actually work out of there a couple days a week. And the rest of the time I'm doing readings out of my house. But anyway, she's going to be here, and we're going to talk about crystals and some cool ones and meanings. And, so you guys make sure you join so you can ask questions, because she's going to be here with us. So I'm excited that she's volunteered to join, graciously accepted to join. So that'll be fun. So I'm going to pick out some of my favorite crystals. She's going to bring some crystals, and we're going to talk crystals. So, think of some questions that you want to ask, and, hope you join and ask a lot of good questions, because she's going to be here next Friday at 3 p.m. Central Time. So 3 p.m. Central Time next Friday. A week from today. What is that date? I think it's, in case you're not watching this on a Friday, what date is that? That is going to be, I think it is the 23rd. Yeah, June 23rd. So I'm going to, probably get a link started in the next couple days. And so you guys can see, the link for it. But bring your questions about crystals. It's going to be fun. Hi, Linda. You're going to have to wait much longer to move. Well, that's not good. That's not fun. I don't remember your situation, so you'll have to remind me. When I do readings, it's not coming from me, it's coming from them. So it's like in and out. It's in and out. Have you done any energy clearing, Linda? Might want to do some energy clearing. See if you can open that up a little bit. All right, so again, I've got my list here, and these are questions. Do you know how to do energy clearing, Linda? So I've got my list of questions that people have left on some of my videos. And, also if anyone in the chat wants to ask a question, I'm happy to take a look at that too. You burn sage, so that's okay. The only thing you want to do is you want to make sure you burn frankincense and myrrh right after that, because sage doesn't know the difference between good and positive energy, so it's going to clear it all. So you want to burn like a frankincense and myrrh right after, so that you're putting a protection back around you. And I would probably use it in a spray form, because I don't know that it's necessarily your house that needs clearing. It's probably you. So if you use it in a spray form, then you're kind of clearing yourself, and you don't have to worry about your house. Okay. So, hi, Chrislyn. Chrislyn? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, if you have a question, Chrislyn, go ahead and ask. Okay, so the first question that I got, I feel like I get a question about Britney Spears every week, and that's okay. I love Britney, and I just wish that it's just awful what she's been through. So the question that I got this time is, someone asked for me to take a look at the energy around Britney's attorney, Mathew Rosengart. Does he have good intentions for Britney? What's his energy? So I'm going to take a look at that. I know last week I touched on, I asked, there was some things going on last week, like, that Britney was on, I can't say it, but it's the Breaking Bad thing. That's all I'm going to say. So I asked that, and I also asked a few other things that I think one of my live videos was, oh my gosh, I get them confused. I ask so many different questions on these videos. I forget which is which, but I do try to go back and put so after I'm done with the live streams, I'll go back when I have a chance, and I'll add in the timestamps in the description of my live videos. So obviously I can't do that during my live, because I don't know, I have an idea what I'm going to ask about, but sometimes other things come up too. So, but I usually try to put the timestamps in the descriptions under my live videos after they're finished and they're posted. So anyway, but let's go ahead back to Britney. So I'm going to ask your question in a minute, Chrislyn. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So let's ask about the energy around Britney's attorney, Mathew Rosengart. I'm gonna just focus in on that energy and throw some cards down, and I'm gonna see what the energy is around him in relation to Britney. And I'm also going to ask, does he have good intentions for Britney? And I don't know if he's currently working on anything for her. I don't know, but let's ask. First I want to ask, what is the energy around him, Mathew Rosengart, around Britney's, in relation to Britney Spears? So let's see what that says. Let's see what comes up for that, and if he has good intentions for her. Well, he is genuinely trying to help Britney. I think that he genuinely feels bad for Britney and everything that she's gone through. I mean, and we're grateful to him that he was able to get her out of the conservatorship. So, we're definitely grateful to him. It's almost like it's almost like he's fatherly to her. because of course we talk about her real father, that's not good. So, I'm seeing that he has a lot of respect for Britney. He really does want good things for her. He is really trying to help her. He's trying to help her just straighten out this big mess of everything that's going on from the conservatorship. And, even now, I don't know exactly where things are legally, because I don't follow it that closely. But he does genuinely have, I would say fatherly, like he wants to help her like a father. Like, I think he feels very bad for her. And he just wants to help her get to a good place again. It does look like he's had some, I've always felt that he's a good attorney, especially for the Britney case. And I've always felt that he could really get stuff done, if he wants to. I feel like he's a, no nonsense, we're going to get this done type of person. So, I've always kind of picked up on that energy. But I do get that he is a little defeated because, there's some things that just the way that it was, however the whole situation went down with the conservatorship and all of that, there's a lot of roadblocks for him in trying to sort through all of this stuff. So I feel though he's really trying to do the best he can. I mean, he definitely feels that, Britney, that people just stole things. They basically stole her life. They stole her freedom. They stole her money. That's an obvious one. So he's definitely trying to help her get that back. So I feel that, Mathew Rosengart is, I think still has good intentions for Britney. And, I think he's trying to help her and do the best that he can to try to help her. So, I see good with regard to Mathew Rosengart, Britney's attorney, which is good. She needs somebody good. She definitely needs somebody good. All right. So Chrislyn, you asked, will I meet someone who will love me as much as I love him? Well, let's ask. I'd like to know what personal year you're in. That would help me too, to know what kind of energy you're in and where you are in your 9-year cycle. But let's ask if you will meet, that true love that loves you. Just, you both love each other equally, and it's a great relationship and serious and all of that. Yeah, the good news is you do, Chrislyn. You do have someone coming in. It's just not yet. It's not yet. Let me see if I can focus on a timing of when this person might come in. I'm getting this new love may not come in until next year or the year after. So 2024 or 2025. So it's not right away. But it's absolutely one of those true loves that is long-term, very happy, very serious, probably soulmate connection. So meaning you guys have had past lives together. You both feel, just as strong as the other one. So it's a nice relationship, a nice, it's a nice relationship. The only thing I'm seeing, which I think is part of the delay, Chrislyn, is because of your experiences with some past relationships. I'm getting that you're a little closed to a relationship. So what that tells me is, based on some, things and how it affected you from past relationship or more, you've kind of got this little subconscious wall put up. So I would say work on some heal. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Derek. How are you? So Chrislyn, I would say, work on healing yourself because, and it's not an easy thing to do because it's on a subconscious level, on a soul level. So it's you can't just wake up tomorrow and declare I am now healed. That's not how it works. So that's the only thing I'm getting, Chrislyn, is that, that's probably what's making it, take longer. I just see you have this little wall up and, oh, thank you, Stephanie. I didn't even see that you said that. That's so pretty. That's so nice of you. Thank you for that. That's kind of you. So Chrislyn, yes, I definitely do see someone coming in, but in order for that person to do that, you have to heal. You have to heal yourself. And that's not always an easy thing to do. So I would work on that. Maybe counseling, maybe meditation, or, I don't know, whatever kind of resonates with you. You might want to look into that yoga. I don't know. It could be a combination of all of the above. I would do some energy clearing. I'm going to get merch that says clear your energy because everybody should be clearing their energy. We should all be clearing our energy every day. There's just negative energy around and it can definitely affect stuff. So, Stephanie and Derek, you guys missed, I made an announcement at the beginning. So I'll say it again for you guys. Next Friday's live stream, I'm having a special guest on with me. And we're going to be talking about crystals and, some of our favorite crystals and what they do and maybe what crystals you might be able to use for what. And so if you guys, bring some questions with you about crystals that you might have questions about, Pam's going to be here with me. I'm really excited. So that'll be next Friday. Next Friday's live, which I'll be posting the link ahead of time because, so we have the link that people can share it out. So, okay. So a different Linda. Happy Friday. Yeah. So bring your crystal questions because Pam is, I know the crystals that I know really well, but there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different types of crystals out there. So hit like for Fridays. Woo, woo. So there's so many crystals. The ones that I know really well. But that's why I wanted to have Pam come on because she owns a little, like a metaphysical shop, and it's local here where I live. So I do work out of the store a couple days a week, but then I also do most readings and stuff out of my home. But anyway, she's the expert on the crystals, like way more than I am. So that's why I'm really excited to bring her on. All right. So a different Linda. Do you see me finding somewhere else to live to escape a situation I'm in? Well, let's ask. I would really we should just start every live stream with everyone kind of telling me. I don't have my paper up here. Hold on. I might have it in my bag. I feel like we should start with everyone telling me what their, what personal year they're in, because it can definitely give me more information about, where you guys are at, what energy you're dealing with. It helps with the timing. So I guess I'm going to draw an example again really quick. So, if you guys don't mind, just don't put your date of birth in the chat, because I'm funny about identity theft, but I'm going to just show you real quick how to figure out what personal year you're in right now for 2023. So I'm going to draw a quick example. Let's see, we're on June 16th. So I'm going to use today as a fictitious birthday. I'm sure it's somebody's birthday out there. So if we were to say June 16 and then define the personal year, we're going to put in 2023. And then numerology is adding and reducing until you get to a single digit between 1 and 9, unless it's a master number. So master numbers would be 11, 22, 33, and, et cetera. So those we don't reduce those because they have a little bit of a different energy. Okay, I kind of ran out of room here. So I hope you guys can see this. So if we're using today as our, let's say today is your birthday and you want to find out your personal year, you're going to take today is the month. It's already a single digit, so I just left it as a 6. If today was your birthday, the 16th, you'd add the 6 plus the 1, that equals 7. And the current year, 2023. So you add 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3, that equals 7, which equals 20. 2 plus 0 equals 2. So this particular year, if today was your birthday, you would be in a 2 personal year. So yeah, if you guys want, figure that out and throw your personal year in the chat, because it helps with timing. It helps me to see what kind of energy your Taurus is stubborn. I'm not saying. Tauruses are very stubborn. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. One of the most stubborn, that's for sure. Okay, so add the day and the, okay, so here again, Stephanie, and I'm still going to ask your question, Linda, the second Linda. So let's say today was your birthday. You would, it's June, so it's everything in numerology is adding and reducing until you get to a single digit. Obviously, we don't have to reduce the 6 because it's already a single digit. Today, if today again was your birthday, it'd be 1 plus 6, that equals 7. The current year is 2023, and we're going to add those together, which equals 7. Add these 3 together, it equals 20. And then 2 plus 0 equals 2 personal year. I kind of ran out of room there, but that's how you figure out your personal year. And it does give some information on a timing, maybe what lessons you're meant to focus on right now, that kind of stuff. Okay, so Linda. The second Linda. Okay, where did you go? Oh, okay. Do you see me finding somewhere else to live to escape the situation I'm in? So, let's ask. And I'm also going to say, clear your energy, do some energy clearing, because that negative energy can definitely affect things. It just can. And it's all around us. Positive energy is all around us too, but negative energy is around us too. So, okay. So Linda, do you see me finding somewhere else to live to escape the situation I'm in? Okay, let's see. Well, Linda, I do see you going through kind of a tough time. I'm sorry to hear that. That's not fun. So I'm sorry that you're going through that. The person around you, I think it's the one that you're living with, not a good person. So I would say, it's good that you're looking to get out of that location and move somewhere else. I'm not saying a good person. Not a good person. So yeah, well, that's right. That's right. Yeah, not a good person. So, I would work on clearing your energy, but the answer is yes, you are going to be able to find somewhere to live to get out of this situation. So, absolutely. And I didn't see, did you actually put your personal year, Linda? No, I don't think that you did. So I don't know what personal year you're in, but yes, you will get out. You'll find somewhere to live and be able to get out of the situation that you're in. So you are going to be able to start taking your control back, stepping into your power for sure. Probably going to happen around the fall. Let me see. Yeah, I'm getting around October. So I think it may not happen until October, but if you work on clearing your energy, you may be able to pull that, push that timing up a little sooner. I'm just looking at your chats. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Lauren, you're in a 6 personal year. So, that's interesting. I like a 6 personal year. When we're in a 6 personal year, it's going to feel a little more balanced in a 6 year versus the year before, because the year before is a 5 and that's unstable. It's not a very stable energy. And so 6 is definitely going to feel, where you have more solid footing. It doesn't mean that it's going to be utopia, but it's a much more stable energy, and you will find that you may be dealing with more family things during a 6 year as well, because it's about family. Could be good family things, but more family things than maybe typical. And 6 is also a great year if you want to start a small business, because the 6 rules small business. So that's for you, Lauren. My fam in Louisiana want me there. I'm escaping my son. Yeah. Well, I would clear your energy, Linda, and I would try to go sooner if you can. All right. So let's go back here. And Del Boy, Derek, you're in a 4 year. So you know what? For you, Derek, hard work this year and things moving a little slower. That's kind of what a 4. That's kind of what a 4 energy is. It's slow moving, and it's hard work. So you may try to accomplish something and you're running into a bunch of obstacles. That's kind of what a 4 year is. Okay, so Natalie, what are some good positive things coming towards me? Well, that is a very general question. Natalie, do you have a specific question that you want to ask? That's very general. Lauren, will I be able to get out of my situation, and how long will it take for me to be independent? And Lauren, you're in a 6. So, 6 does tend to be a little slower moving, but let's ask. First, let's ask if you'll be able to get out of your situation, and then I'll see if I can focus on a timing for you. So let's see. Well, I'm seeing a kind of an obstacle for you is money, Lauren. So I'm sure y'all already know that. So because of that, let me throw a few more down. So because of, some lack of low funds or whatever, I do see that playing a part or contributing to you not being able to maybe get out of your situation just yet. So I don't know what money plays, how money plays a role in that, but I do feel that eventually, yes, you will be able to get out of your situation. So, and you're in a 6, and again, a 6 energy can move a little slower, but also remember that when you're in kind of a little bit of a stressful time or situation, a 6 helps to balance. It's a very balancing energy. So it's a nice energy. It does move a little slower though. But I do see you getting out of your situation. Let me see. Well, I'm getting, Lauren, I'm getting within 6 or 7 months, I think you're going to be doing much better. I think that's when, if you haven't by then, you'll be in a really good place to be able to get out of your situation and be independent. I would, you guys know what I'm going to say. Do some energy clearing. And you can also burn some, by the way, Lauren, I think you have a new job coming, which is also going to bring in more money. I don't know if you're looking for a new job, but that'll help with some money. But, you know, I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but it's really important to try to clear our energy, you know, especially when we are depressed or having a lot of anxiety or a lot of things in our life don't seem to be going well for an extended period of time. And it doesn't seem like it's ending. You know, it doesn't, whatever we do, it's the same thing. So I would just say, you know, do some clearing. You know, if you guys want me to, you just started a new job that's been amazing. Great. Yeah, that job is going to help. That new job is going to help for sure. But yeah, if you guys want me to give you some things that you can do to clear, I'm happy to. But yeah, I want to get merch that says clear your energy. Energy clearing every day. It's so important. Natalie, you're in a 3 personal year. Okay, so Natalie, that would be, first of all, much light, airy energy this year, and lots of get-togethers, lots of networking. It could be with coworkers, it could be with family members, it could whatever. A lot of get-togethers, a lot of interactions with people. It's a people year. Also, you may be doing some speaking events this year if that's part of what you do. I see an increase in speaking events, but 3 can also bring in extra creativity. And the only thing with a 3 is we see 3. How do I say this? In a 3 year, or if we have a 3 in one of our date of birth numbers, we love beautiful things, and we see something and we don't even take 2 seconds to think about how much does it cost and can we afford it. We just want it, so we're getting it. That's the downside with a 3 is sometimes we spend outside of our budget, you know, because it's the bling. We see the bling and we want, you know, ooh, that's pretty. I'm getting it. That's mine. So that's the only downside with a 3, but very light energy. Varying Redbeard. I only like even numbers. Okay. 8 is your number. And if you turn it sideways, it is indeed infinity. 8. So if you're in a 8 personal year, you're meant to take action this year. So things that you've been planning and thinking about and trying to come up with, what steps do I need to get, you know, okay, I'm soul searching and I want to do this. So how do I get there? Okay, I've got to do A, B, C, D. And so that's what you were in last year. This year is about taking the action and actually doing those things that, you know, taking action, not the time for thinking that was last year, and it's taking action this year. So it's all about kind of stepping into your power and getting things done that you need to get done. Okay, Stephanie, you're in a 2 personal year. So that's about relationships, partnerships. In a 2 energy, we tend to go in the background and help others to shine. It doesn't mean that you should ignore yourself and not do anything for yourself. It just means That's the energy. We're kind of meant to focus on relationships, partnerships. It could be a significant other, but it also could be with a coworker or a best friend or whatever. But you're also meant to help others get to where they need to be in that energy. That's kind of what a 2 is. Okay, so Natalie, positive things in terms of work and career. Okay, so that's still kind of general. So, oh, look at this, Natalie. Showing up as the high priestess. That's really good. This is the best card. It definitely means that your intuition and your psychic side yourself is pretty much right on the money. So whenever you get like a gut intuition about something, listen to it, because you're pretty much really connected in. So I'll pick one for you. Let's see. I don't know. It's again kind of a vague question. So let's just see what comes up for Natalie for your work or career. Possible promotion. Natalie, possible promotion. I don't know if you're trying to get a promotion, but I'm getting possible promotion. Let's see what else it says. I mean, Natalie, you've got some really nice shifts happening. You're welcome, Varying. You've got some nice shifts happening that are going to be coming up for you with work. But I do see some troublemakers around you. Here's what it's saying, Natalie. You have to advocate for yourself because there's someone who is trying to cause some issues for you. So you have to advocate for yourself. I would get a big piece of selenite. Well, here's the person I'm seeing. And this is the energy I'm picking up about this person. Not good. So I would get, bars of selenite. This is selenite. And just sit and hold them in your lap every day. But I would also, if you work in an office, maybe bring like a big bar of this to your office and just set it on your desk. And this is it's protection, but it's also balancing. So basically, Natalie, if you want to make some shifts in your work, and I think there could be some really good shifts for you at your job, you have to advocate for yourself. I keep hearing literally that word. That means standing up for yourself, educating people on what the correct story is, because some things that are being said are not exactly accurate. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that's helpful. Let's see. Where do you get the sunflower merch? You know what? Where did I get this? I know. And you know what? Look it says, I don't know if you guys can see it. Faith. So yeah, I love it. And it's comfortable. It's like baggy. It's like a sweatshirt. It's a little chilly out today. Where did I get it? I don't remember. I love sunflowers, but if I remember, I'll put it in there. I'll put it in the chat. I'm going to have to look. If you're on next week, Varian, let me write this down. I'll see if I can find out. I'll make a note to see if I can look up like my order. I ordered this a while ago, but if you're on next week, Varian, remind me and I'll let you know where I got the this sunflower thing that says faith on it. I love sunflowers. They're so pretty. See, I've got my sunflowers in the corner over there. I love sunflowers. They make me happy. Any kind of flower makes me happy, but I really love sunflowers. Okay, so I made a little note. I'm going to look that up for you later. Oh my God, I do put others first all the time, and I get with people who have so many issues, and I try always help others, so that makes sense. Well, it's okay to help people, Stephanie. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Here's what I would say. Here's what I would say. Tap into your gut intuition, that gut feeling, that psychic side that we all have. Try to tap into that. And if someone asks you for help, or they want you to, help with something, or they ask you to do something for them, if it feels on a gut intuition level okay to do so, and you want to do it, go ahead and do it. There's nothing wrong with that. But whenever you are starting to get, and this is for anybody, whenever you're starting to get like, I don't know, that I feel like they're taking advantage of me, or I don't know, something feels off, then I would say start putting up boundaries and saying no. And always remember, this is for all of you out there. This is for all of you out there. No one's going to advocate for you and take care of you and look out for you more than you. So if you don't do it for yourself, then who's going to do it? Right? So everyone really needs to kind of look out for themselves and advocate for themselves, because who's going to do it if you don't do it for yourself? And you're just as important. Everyone on this planet is just as important as everyone else on this planet. Everyone is just as important. So nobody's more important than anyone. You're looking for a better job, higher paying job. Good. You're welcome, Natalie. Your person has many trust issues. He's a Leo and I'm a Taurus. What do you pick up on his energy, and what kind of advice can you give me to help him? So, Stephanie, what I would say is you can lead a horse to water, but it's up to the horse to drink the water. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't help people, but I would say help people when it feels good for you to do it, and also help people that can help themselves. Because if they're not willing to help themselves, then your help is going to be not really effective, because they don't really want to help themselves, if that makes sense. So I'm going to ask your question. Leos tend to definitely have trust issues, but here's what I'm going to say. That's kind of a Leo thing, but here's what I'll say too. I'm not necessarily saying this for your Leo. I'm saying this in general. Sometimes people project. Let me say it like that. So, if they have trust issues, why? That makes me question. So, but I'm going to ask for you, Stephanie. Can I ask, are your nails that color because it's a calming color, or do you just like the color? I know someone who has that color because it's supposed to be calming. Well, Derek, that's very true. Blue is very calming color. As a matter of fact, anytime, if anyone's feeling stressed or anxiety or whatever, if you burn light blue tea light candles, that helps to draw in like a calming, peaceful energy. So it's very true. Blue is very calming. However, I do like the color. I do like the color. I'm crazy. I put on crazy colors and I'm always changing, sometimes I put on really boring neutral colors, but then I go wild and I put on like a crazy blue. So, all right. So Stephanie, so your person has trust issues. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Light blue is very calming. It brings in peace, tranquility, calm. So it's a great color. Oh my God, Stephanie, I keep getting sidetracked here. Okay. So your person has many issues. Okay. Trust issues. I don't know if you can hear my little Bella over there shaking. Okay. Stephanie, I am seeing that your Leo person, the energy I'm getting and what I'm seeing in the cards is that your Leo person thinks this is from their perspective. They think that they're very, very attracted to you, which is great. I mean, that's what we want, right? So I see that they're very attracted to you. And I do think that they've experienced some past things that, really affected them from past relationships where maybe they had, reason to not trust. So I do think that that's part of it. I'm also getting that, right now, yeah, well, I'm seeing that, Stephanie. Right now, he doesn't want help. He feels, this is from his perspective, he feels like he is just fine. There's nothing wrong with him. And you know what? That's a Leo mentality. That's how Leos are. So, and I'm seeing that. He doesn't feel that there's nothing wrong with him. I don't have any trust issues. I don't have any issues. I don't need to work on anything. That's kind of part of it too. But whoever this was kind of messed him up. So, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. He's also got some other baggage that you'll never know about. He won't tell you everything. So there's other things that have really affected him. I would say that he just, it's really affected him. And so that's part of it as well. And yeah, I feel like he really, it would be good for him to do some work on some self-healing because, but he's a Leo, so he's not going to. Leos are like, I don't need help. I am fine. That's just especially Leo men. that's just how they are. So, if I were you, I would say, that's really for him to work out. It's not you. It's not with you being a Taurus. Tauruses love to and help people. Tauruses have huge hearts. They really do. They're amazing. And um, it's hard for a Taurus to sit back and accept that someone else needs to fix their own thing. It's hard for a Taurus to do that. Taurus wants to get right in there, roll up their sleeves, and start helping and fixing. And they come at it from a place of love and huge heart. But sometimes you have to step back and realize that the person, they have to, it's up to them to help themselves, right? So that's kind of what I'm getting. That's kind of what I'm getting, Stephanie. Childhood trauma. Let me see. Let me focus on that for a second. There is some childhood trauma there. I would say in his early teens, like 11, 12, 13, right in there. There's some stuff that I pick up from then, but I'm also getting an ex kind of really messed him up. And he's a Leo, and Leos are notorious. The male Leos don't get mad at me, male Leos out there, because just don't come for me, but they're notorious for not trusting. It really takes a lot for a Leo to trust a male Leo. Hi, the third Linda. Hi, Linda. Anything regarding a move for me? What would be good for me to know now generally? Well, that's such a general question. So it sounds like you're wanting to move. Is that correct, Linda? You're Oh, well, welcome. Happy to have you. Nice to meet you, Linda, and welcome to our little family here. We always meet on Fridays, and I love hanging with you guys. Well, let's ask if there is a move coming up for you. I know you just jumped on, but it would be helpful to know what personal year you're in. And I'm going to just show you, Linda, because I know you weren't on. To figure out your personal year, and I was using as an example today's date, June 16th. So, numerology is adding and reducing. So the 6 doesn't need to be reduced. You just bring that down. If today was your birthday, 6 plus 1 is 7. The current year is 2023, which is a 7 for the entire year. Add these 3 together, it equals 20. 2 plus 0 equals 2. So that's how you figure out that you're in what personal year you're in. And it's good information because it can help with timings. It can help with, it tells me kind of what energy you're navigating through this year, what obstacles you might have, but also some things that you might be meant to focus on this year. So anyway, let's look. Linda, if you're going to be moving. Let's see. Linda, I would say, I'm not saying that you're not going to move, but who is this tarot destroyer? I don't know what's going on with this. Okay. We had a troll. I think we had a troll. Anyway, so Linda, I think you could move. I just don't think it's yet. I think that oh, you're in a 3 personal year. So 3 is light and airy. I don't know that I would say it's more for getting together and doing people, like, being with people and, okay. Trolls, gotta love them. Anyway, Linda, I'm not saying that you're not going to move. I'm just seeing not right yet. It looks like there's some other things that you're meant to focus on first. And I will say that a 3 energy is not that it's a bad energy for moving. I just feel like it's not the best. It's not the best for moving. So what I'm getting, Linda, that you're meant to focus on right now is, oh my God, there's actually a few things here. I do see some changes coming with your job. So, and I think good changes. It could be, I think it might even be a new job that you're, it might be a job that you're looking for. So anyway, so yeah, I get that, you might move, maybe not yet though. Let me see if I can focus on a timing for you. See, I'm getting possibly next year or maybe the year after. I don't know that. Okay. Trolls. I don't know if you guys can see this troll that keeps posting, but anyway. So it's distracting. It's distracting. Anyway, Linda, yeah, I'm not saying you're not going to move. I just feel like not for maybe a year or 2, up to 3 years. It feels to me like you're meant to focus on some other things right now. So it could be, I do think the whole job thing, definitely. There's going to be some shifts for you with regard to your job. But I also feel that there's a very strong possibility you have a new love coming in for you. I don't know if you're in a relationship currently. I think you might be, but there might be a new one coming in for you. So I see you focused on other things. And so then the move kind of gets put on the back burner, but I feel like it's supposed to be that way. Okay. You want to be in the country. Yeah, my daughter wants to go to the country too. Um, Sag girl. Yep, I'm trying to ignore Stephanie. So Sag girl, are me and W going to reconnect? Let's ask. Let's see. Hmm. Well, Sag girl, I'm getting that yes, you guys could reconnect, but I'm getting that um, I don't know that I would say it would be good for you to reconnect with W. W, right? Is that who you said? Yeah, W. I'm just, and actually, I have a new love coming in for you, Sag girl. So um, you may entertain some talk, maybe, but I don't get that that's a good person for you. So I don't know that I would be too excited to, you know, get back with that person. I think you have a new love coming. Um, I think you have a new love coming, which I think is more of like a soulmate. And I don't think this new love coming in is anyone that you currently know. I think it's a new person. So, um, I mean, it's a good one. Soulmates, soulmates. It's a good relationship. So I don't think that the one that the person that W that you're asking about, I don't feel that that's a good person for you. I'm not getting a good energy. So I'm not getting a good energy, but a great energy about a new love coming in. Let's see. Hi, Angie. And your future husband. Did you ask me this in a past live stream? I feel like I had this question before. So I'm guessing that you're asking if you have like a new love coming in for you, Angie. Um, so that's how I'm going to ask the question. I'm going to ask currently single. All right. So let's ask if you have any, serious true loves coming in for you. I do see you doing some dating. Um, I can tell you this, you are eventually going to be married. But I feel it's a ways out. So let me see if I can focus on a timing. Hmm. I hate to say this, but I'm kind of getting it now. This is more, I think that could be when the wedding or marriage or whatever, but I'm getting like 4 or 5 years. And I know that that's probably not what you want to hear, but that's what I'm getting. I feel like, um, not yet, not yet, but I mean, I do see you getting married and it's definitely with somebody that you haven't met yet, but I'm getting it's 4 or 5 years before this person comes in. And I feel like you might meet this person through a job. I don't think it's the job that you're at right now, or unless they're a new employee at some point and, they start working at your company. But, yeah, you are going to end up getting married, but it's not for a few years yet. That's what I'm getting. I would do, I'm going to say it again. You guys probably already know what I'm going to say. Do some clearing, energy clearing, and maybe you can speed that time up a little bit, the timing, because negative energy can definitely slow timelines down and, it just kind of tries to come in and muck things up. So, yeah, new chapters are good. Do some clearing and maybe you can speed up the timeline a little bit. Because remember too that we come into this life with specific things that our soul wanted to experience during this life. And let's say, and I don't know how old you are, but I'm going to use a fictitious person. Let's say, Jane Smith is 32 and she is ready to be in a love relationship and meet her true love now. And she wants it now. Now, however, her soul before she got here may have felt that Jane should not have this true love until she's 39 or 36 or what have you. So there is that. That is part of it. That that's part of the dynamic is, if your soul, depending on what your soul will come in with a whole bunch of things it wants to learn and experience to grow, but then it'll pick out also the different times in our life when these various things are coming in. So some of it could be negative energy, but some of it is just basically, what time of your life or what age did your soul want blank to come in or happen. So there's that as well. Hi, Mrs. Butterfly Beauty. I like that name. Am I going to be hired in my local area, Seagoville? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I don't think I've heard of that. Seagoville. So are you going to be hired in your local area, Seagoville? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I've not heard of that, but let's ask. Yeah, exactly, Angie. Why indeed? I don't know. I don't know why we choose some of the stuff that we choose to go through, but you know, it's annoying sometimes. All right. Are you going to be hired in your local area? it looks to me, Mrs. Butterfly, it looks like to me you've been trying to get work in your local area and you haven't been successful finding something. That's that's kind of what I'm getting. I think you may have to expand your area. It may not be local. I'm getting there's a block on you finding work in your local area. So clear your energy. This is Kathy, the broken record today. But I'm getting you're being blocked from getting hired in that local area, and I don't know why. So I would maybe expand a little, expand out a little bit. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be local. Hi, Daniela. Will I move to a new home, hopefully your own? That would be fun. Let's ask. All right, Daniela. Hold on. I got to do a quick clearing. Gotta love trolls. All right. Back to your question, Daniela. Will you move to a new home? Let's see. Well, I see you've been looking. And I'm actually seeing that you are, if you're meant to find a new place, it is going to be within your budget and will be able to afford it. So I don't know if that was a concern. I feel that there are I don't feel that you're going to move to a new home just yet, Daniela. I feel like, let me see if I can get a timing. I mean, I'm getting 6 to 8 months, so I guess that's not that far away. But I'm getting that there's some things that you need to work on or put in order. I guess I might say it that way, in order to get that to happen. So I don't know if that is getting a pre-approval, if that's finding the bank that'll, maybe finding the area that you need to look in. It's saying that you definitely need to do something different than you've been doing. So you have to do something a little different in order to make this happen. Like I said, 6 or 8 months, that's not really that far away. So, I think you'll be able to move. I'm not sure what these things are. So if it's, like I said, getting the pre-approval from a bank or whatnot, but there's some other things that you have to focus on in order to make that happen. Yeah, I agree, Linda. Y'all want to move today. Everybody wants to move. Yeah, and I know, Angie. You're beginning to annoy yourself. I know. I don't know why we pick some of the things that we do. Yes, I hesitate when I get a job interview. Well, Mrs. Butterfly, you know what? Go get yourself some light green tea light candles. That'll help to bring new jobs and opportunities to you. And get light blue to bring in a calm, tranquil, peaceful energy. Do that like, for a week before the interview. If you know, like a week ahead of time. But, that can help to draw in some peaceful energy so that you feel a little bit easier, a little more at ease, I guess I might say it that way when you're interviewing. Shannon, could I win a large sum of cash? Boy, isn't that the question that we all want to know? I want to know. I want to know if I'm going to win a large sum of cash. Let me tell you, if I thought that that was, something that I chose that I would experience during this life, I wouldn't probably be doing this video. So, let's ask Shannon if you're going to win a large sum of cash. And of course, that's subjective. So I'll say a large sum of cash from your perspective. Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Shannon. No, I'm not seeing you winning a large sum of money from your perspective, unfortunately. However, I do see that you need some money to come in. So you know what? Burn light green candles. That helps to attract money. And picture money flowing to you effortlessly. So it may come in where you find money in the parking lot. It may be that you get this very strange refund on a utility bill, or, it could come from unusual places, but, burn light green candles. That helps to bring money in. Danielle, you're thinking of moving to another island. Interesting. Linda, your sister, brother's mom, or dad. Does that mean you have quite a few family members that have passed on? I'm sorry for your loss. That's sad. I'm sorry that you've had that much loss. You're trying the sweepstakes. Good luck. I'm trying to just tap into the people that you mentioned, Linda, to see if any of them want to come forward. I think I might have a sister. Did you have a sister that was younger than you? I'm getting an energy that feels younger than you that came forward. What this female is saying is, oh, thank you, Stephanie, and varying. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. So I know you're saying, Linda, that she was 3 years older. However, sometimes I'll pick up that someone might be younger if maybe their emotional level might have been a little younger. I guess I could say it like that, maybe. So sometimes that's what I pick up rather than the literal age. Anyway, this person that I feel could be your sister is very young at heart, and is actually doing quite well. What this female is giving me is that she's saying that there was quite a few people who were really, really upset when she passed. Of course, why wouldn't we be? But um, she's saying it was her time, and she's been trying really hard to help, help people to kind of grieve and heal a little bit faster. But boy, I'll tell you, she's doing really good on the other side. She's like bouncing around, real peppy, upbeat, happy, friendly, big smile. That's what I'm getting. Lovely energy. She does feel to me like she had a little bit of a troubled time in her life. I feel like it was maybe in her 30s. She had a little bit of a difficult time sometime in her 30s. And I do pick up a little bit of depression. I think she tried to hide that, though, from people because she didn't want to burden other people. She's very thoughtful, really fun energy, and very kind and very thoughtful. Really sweet. But she's doing good now. She's definitely doing good now. Yeah. That's the energy I'm picking up. Very, very thoughtful, very kind. But I think, yeah, you're welcome. I think she had some difficult time when she was in her 30s. And then, I did pick up a little bit of some depression. But boy, she's good now. She's very happy. And she's been trying to help, many that were, really, it was hard for them when she passed. So she's been really trying to help people. So she's very sweet. All right. Well, I think I'm going to ask a couple more questions. I have, I feel like that there's certain topics that people ask a lot of questions about, to me directly or, comments on my videos. And one is Britney Spears. So I get questions about her all the time. Get a lot of questions about Madeleine McCann. And I get a lot of questions about Bryan Kohberger of the Idaho 4. So I don't know. I'm assuming that you all have heard about him. I can't imagine there's very many people who haven't heard about this case, the Idaho 4 case. It's a very sad case, very tragic. So I did get a couple of Bryan Kohberger questions again. And so I'm going to ask, yeah, Daniela, they can. They definitely can. Sometimes it's very subtle and it's hard to pick up on. So, sometimes you can feel them, or you can feel like a breeze go by, or you think you hear something. Sometimes it can be that, but sometimes it's you just feel like there's someone there, but you don't know why. But they can. I don't know that all people who have passed on know how to do that necessarily. I think some do. I don't think all do. And sometimes, I've found this to work where if you're trying to get a sign from someone that's passed on and you feel like you can't get like a message from them or something, or it seems like you're having trouble connecting with them, ask their guides to come in and help them to be able to get, a message or a sign to you. Sometimes, that'll work. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I agree. Varying. Tragic. And boy, I'll tell you what I pick up on that case is not good. I did a video on that. I don't know if you guys have watched it, but I've done an actual full video on Madeline, but I also have asked some questions, on my live streams. And I usually put, the topics in the timestamps in the description. But yeah, I don't, I don't get good stuff on that. It's awful. So let's go back to Bryan Kohberger here. Okay. So one question I got a few questions about him, and this is about the Idaho 4 case. One question I got was, is Bryan Kohberger, and of course this is all alleged, is Bryan Kohberger, was he made to be the fall guy? So I'm going to ask that. I get some very strange energy. It's convoluted, and when I focus on the Idaho 4 case, there is some shady stuff going on in that case. That's what I pick up. I mean, but let's ask if I don't know that I feel he's literally the fall guy, but I think, I mean, I'm going to phrase it like that, but let's see. Yeah, see, not exactly. I wouldn't say that. And I did a couple videos on Bryan Kohberger, so you guys might want to check them out. One was a pre-recorded video I did several months ago, and then I did a live one a few weeks ago, and then I've asked some questions on some of my live streams. So you might want to check them out. But is he like the fall guy? Sort of. I think he had a part. I do think he had a part in it. And I do think he played a role, but I've always felt that there were more people involved. And so what I would say is, I think even though he played a part in the acts, if you know what I'm talking about, I think there's other people that were involved that now they're trying to, probably, put the whole thing on him. But, I mean, I do think he took part in the activities of that case, if you understand what I mean by that. So I agree, varying. I agree. So is he technically just simply a fall guy, Bryan Kohberger? Not exactly. Yes, in some aspects, yes. I think the whole thing is trying to be put on him when the whole thing is not only on him. So in that aspect, yes, but I think, I do think he had a part in it. Another question I got was, I'm going to have to think of a code word to say. Are rugs, but with a D, somehow involved in the circumstances with the Idaho 4 case? I have picked up that, yeah, I do think that, but I'm going to ask the cards too. But I have picked up, yeah, I do think. Yeah. Yeah. Were rugs with a D somehow part of the whole Idaho 4 circumstance? I'm getting a yes. And again, I'm getting, many people. This is what I've gotten multiple times before. So I don't think allegedly that it's just BK. I think there's other people as well. And I would say it's pretty heavy with the rugs with a D. Pretty heavy. So yeah, I do feel that there was a lot of that going on with the Idaho 4 circumstances. Hi, Shayla. I'll get your question in 1 second. Now this, I have heard this. This is still on Bryan Kohberger. I have heard this question a few times. So I'm going to ask it. And this is all allegedly. Someone asked if there is a or any cartels involved in the Idaho 4 circumstances. So I'm going to ask. I don't know that I pick up on that, but no, I don't personally. I'm not picking that up. Rugs with a D, yes, for sure, and lots of it. Cartel or no, it's something else. It's not that. This is my something else card. But I get a lot of people involved in the rugs with a D. That's my code word to say it. I think there was a lot of that going on, but I'm not getting cartel. I'm not getting it. Now, this kind of goes along. This is still on Bryan Kohberger. This will be the last one I ask about him. On this video anyway. Someone asked, was he somehow coerced, or maybe not coerced, but drawn into the Idaho 4 house after the actions took place, which that's going around too. So that's an interesting take on it, right? So I'm going to ask if he was somehow drawn in. I don't feel that that's true, but I'm going to ask since somebody asked. I know that a lot of people are speculating that that's how it may have gone down. No. No, I don't think he showed up after the fact. I think he was there during the fact. So, and I hope you guys understand what I'm saying, with the Idaho 4. I don't think he was tricked or somehow drawn in after the fact. I think he was part of it. That's allegedly. So I think he knew what was going on. All right, let's see here. Stephanie, who has multiple personalities? And varying Redbeard, shipping containers allegedly. Are you still talking about Madeline McCann? Okay, Shayla. Sorry about that. I think I'm pronouncing that right, Shayla. When will I get a job? I'm picking up, Shayla, about 4 months. So I know that that's probably not, you were probably hoping for sooner. But right now I'm getting about 4 months. But here's what I would say. Gosh, everyone that's on my videos, again, I'm going to get merch that says clear your energy. Do energy clearing. So what I would say is do some energy clearing to clear any negative energy that could be, we all can pick up negative energy. It's all around us. We can pick up positive too. So do that. And I would also burn light green tea light candles because that'll help to draw in, it draws in money, but it also helps to draw in new jobs. And when you light the light green candle, tea light candle, say something like this: the perfect job finds me now. So say that, and I would burn one every day for a few weeks. And that, and then that, between that and the clearing your energy, that could actually help to bring this in quicker. But, as of right now, I'm getting about 4 months. So, maybe you can speed that up a little bit if you do some energy clearing. All right. You're welcome. I'm getting hungry. So I'm going to log off. It's dinner time here. I'm going to take my little Bella for a walk and then get something to eat. Again, for those of you that missed it, next Friday's live stream, I'm going to have a special guest on, and we're going to be talking about crystals. So not every crystal on the planet, but we're going to be talking about, I'm going to pick out some crystals that, I'm sure one of them is going to be selenite, because I love me some selenite. And I'm going to be talking about some other crystals, but I've invited a friend of mine, Pam, and Um, would the green candle bring in the perfect property? I just asked Linda, and for that I'm getting orange would be better. Orange tea light candles to bring in the perfect property. So anyway, next Friday's live stream is going to be about crystals. I'm having a special guest. Her name is Pam. She owns a small metaphysical store local to me here in the Chicagoland area. And she's great with crystals. You know, she's got tons of crystals in her shop. And so she's going to join me next Friday and we're going to talk crystals. So, you know, if you guys have any questions about crystals, you know, bring them and type them in the chat and, you know, let people out. I'm going to be posting the link, the pre-link for the live to come. I'm hoping to do it in the next day or so. So when you guys see that, share it out. So anyone that you know, or if you know people that are interested in crystals, tell them to come next week, next Friday, because you know, we're going to be talking crystals, and I love crystals, so it'll be a fun conversation. So if you guys have questions, you can, you know, put them in the chat. But you know, definitely come next Friday. It's going to be next Friday's live stream at 3 p.m. Central Time. So 3 p.m. Central next Friday. I love crystals too, Linda. Oh, that's interesting. Stephanie, that's one I haven't heard about, Bryan Kohberger, that he has more than one personality and supposedly he felt like it wasn't him who did the act. Interesting. I haven't heard that. When I focus on BK's energy, I don't get that he's unstable that way or has multiple personalities. Personally, I don't pick up on that. I get he could be allegedly, you know, a sociopath or psychopath or whatever. I do get that. I don't know if I feel more than one personality though. Now it could be. We can have dark beings come in. That can happen. So in that sense, and it probably did happen, because anyone who commits something like M, that's not a person of the light. So that's going to be a person of the dark, and they're affected by dark or whatever. So that, you know, in that sense, it could be seen like, you know, a different personality, but I don't feel like, you know, split personality, like I think what you're saying. But yeah, I mean, for sure, dark can come in and take over. Have a nice evening, Varying. It was good to see you, and have a great weekend. So yeah, so next Friday, you know, like I said, we're going to be talking crystals. So come, you know, join us. You can ask Pam or me questions. But Pam is really the expert on the crystals, so that's why I invited her on. And we're going to be talking about crystals. So spread the word, Crystal Talk next Friday live stream. So can't wait to talk crystals with you guys. I love crystals. If you can't tell, how much I love crystals, I mean, you know, yeah, I have an overload. I have a crystal obsession. So, yeah, this is going to be exciting for me. So anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I love hanging with you guys. I love hanging out with you guys and, you know, just getting to know getting to know you guys. You heard it from another psychic. Well, she might have been picking up on the dark thing, entity, demon, whatever you want to say, that kind of came in to BK. Because that's, like I said, nobody's going to do that act of M without having something like that. Affect or taking over them, attaching to them, kind of making them, influencing what they do. So, yeah. Anyone who does M or the RAPE or the stuff with little children, that's all dark. It's all dark. It's very dark. So that's not of the light. That's what I would say. All right, guys. I hope you all have a good weekend. And thanks for hanging out with me today. And we're going to do crystals. Crystal talk next Friday, 3 p.m. Central. Bring your questions and your friends. Whoever's interested in crystals, tell them to join, because I've got Pam coming, and she's good with crystals. So, all right, bye guys. I hope that you guys have a great weekend. Lots of love. Bye guys.